Well, good morning from Las Vegas.
Yeah, here we are.
Yeah,
Yeah, our Uber just pulled in, but going to LDI show.
yeah. So
Sounds
let's
like
go.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're here to actually see media servers and LED walls
Yeah.
and some new LED products. So
Let's
see
go
what
check
it
it
is.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is Nate's department, so this will be fun.
Yeah.
And as always, Sully, the faithful helper dog, is on his way with us as we go inside. So we've got our badges and we are headed over to the expo floor. Sully is helping lead the way in. And yeah, nice big convention center here. We got here a little early, and so we're waiting for the booth to open, and everybody's just waiting to go check it out. Okay, Nate, so what is it that you're looking forward to seeing here? You were mentioning LEDs.
So really, we're coming here to see Christie Digital's new spider. So I wanted to put my hands on that device and make that happen. Going into 2026, I'm kind of hoping to get more into the processing, supply, and some of that kind of stuff, and just helping out shows and projects and things like that. The spider is pixel space manager.
Yeah.
There's probably some other ways to put it, but it's hard to explain. Basically, it helps manage each display, LED wall, things like that,
Right.
and multiple displays across different shows and events and projects. It helps basically, it's like one of the things that our media processor systems, our media servers feed into. So it's nice to know how that system works, because being an operator of it is worth something. You know, people pay a lot of money for that to
Yeah.
have people come out and do operator, but also from a design standpoint, that's really
Right.
my focus. From a design standpoint of designing events, designing structures, immersive experiences, all that kind of stuff, you just want to know what's happening.
Right.
And frankly, Spider has always been the one, but the go-to product. But for us, it was always cost prohibitive. I mean, the boxes are pretty expensive, and
Now, pretty expensive in a range of like
over 100,000, like even over 150 to almost $250,000 for a
Right.
device box to do stuff, and it's the best box that's ever out there. We put two of them into a project a number of years ago, and they were the X20. The newer box they had was the X80, and then they just released this modular version, which I think it's in modulars of 4x4. So it's like way smaller. So there's an easier entry point, and you can build it to the scale that you need to, rather than buying some big giant 250,000 box. So pretty excited to see that, because the quality of this product is second to none. There's nothing else out there. There's a lot of other competitors in that market, but nobody can do it like this. So one of the things that you would do with a spider is manage lots of digital signage in airports or convention centers like this. So, back behind us here, there's this monster LED wall.
you see it back there?
So it looks like a sign, but it's not. It's an LED wall back there. Yeah, see? So anyway, that kind of thing would be managed by a spider system. If it was doing multiple things, that's probably not. It's probably just managed by a digital signage player. But, so anyway, we're going to see that kind of stuff. So,
Okay, so you want to see the spider system. What else do you want to see? Was
some
that
of
your
our
primary?
that was the primary. That was really kind of like all of it. I'd like to see some new laser systems.
Okay.
If we can handle not getting strobe lighted. That's one of the problems I have with lasers. I've been told that they don't do that anymore, but then I see it. There's some other LED lighting things that are out there, and I'm sure we'll stumble into something. Walk the floor, see what's out there. Stumble into something cool that we've never seen before.
Yeah.
So I like little lights, little light bulbs, little things like that. So we'll just kind of wander around, see what we see.
You know what's funny is when we went to IAPA, which you guys should go watch that vlog, just like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We saw our friends at Froggy's Fog, and I just saw somebody walk by with a Froggy Fog lanyard. So I wonder if they're here too.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
That would be
No doubt.
fun.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, so probably
go
see those
check it out.
guys too.
Yeah.
See if we see Mitchell.
Yeah, and I don't think that this, compared to like international, whatever, IAPA in Orlando, I don't think that the size of this one, as far as like the square footage it takes up, is as big, but the details of information are probably just as much. So this will be fun. It's more like going to a school expo for theatrical and stage technicians, and that's kind of our realm. So
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, I think so. I think doors open here in 3 minutes.
And I'm sorry, I keep looking down, but I have to watch because Sully lays down and sticks his tail out, not realizing people could step on it, and then he gets shocked sometimes, so I have to keep an eye on it so he's protected.
Right.
Yeah. Let's go have fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
All right, gates just open. In we go. It's like walking into a rock show. Here we go. All of the different things.
There must be over this way.
All sorts of screens, fog systems, light effects. A draped off stage over there so you can see all their lighting happening on their truss and robotic lights, and that's pretty cool. I've always loved these. I have to dim the camera so you to see them, but those are really cool. Just wanted to have an excuse to do something with them.
Okay, so row booth over here. Maybe we'll go check that one out because we used a ton of their LED wall stuff for a while, and now they have these pixel tubes. Let's go check it out.
So Nate's geeking out about this transparent screen.
Well, they're big, giant, huge modules.
Big modules, yeah.
Look at these panels.
Panels are huge.
Yeah, so whenever I'm on a show and I'm putting stuff together and you see clamps and pipes and all that kind of stuff, I just kind of go, because their support structure is for holding walls. So like, here's this brace system, pins into everything that holds the wall. It's pretty great.
Right? They've even got the stage deck over here that's all pixels. Very pretty. So in this conference, you have everything from like drapery providers to lasers, which you can see in the sky, to LED screens and posters that are LEDs, to speaker providers, to lighting effects. This is from my best friend Heather. It's truss and rigging. She loves truss. She thinks it's cool. This is their rigging supplies. There's PPE. Got the hard hats and the harnesses. They got all the different bits and pieces and bits and bobs, as some people say.
The bits and bobs to use that we hang the wreath with. So there's a lot of the pencil parts.
Yeah.
There's tons of their stuff that we use to hang that wreath.
Yeah.
So like gree-grees and brakes and all that kind of stuff. We use all that stuff to put the wreath up on the city county flag.
That's cool. So this is the company that Nate's team uses for rigging hardware for the installation of the wreath. So this company, I was wrong. These are all flamethrowers and confetti cannons. That's fun. And then these guys over here have different lights. It's just really cool. I like their display here with the warm white LEDs and the round circle can there. That was cool. And then what a cool display. Lots of different artistic ways of displaying things. Yeah. I do believe we found the Christie Spider S is here. There it is. This is the booth we were looking for.
So it's fine, but I've got a huge amount of lanes. I think it's like 48 SLI lanes in there. So we're totally good to do it.
All right, so Nate's having his meeting with the guys here. It's actually been rebought by the same company that originally developed it, so it's now called Tulux instead of Spider. And these guys are real sweet. They're handing out shirts, which I appreciate. I always like shirts. And Nate got one too, but he's getting all the information on what is going on in the systems, and it sounds like we'll be spending a little bit here just kind of connecting with the developers, the programmers, and designers on this system here. Basically, in a nutshell, Nate is a technical director that tours around and does live events and production for different conferences and stuff like that. He does all the design work behind the scenes for certain companies. And when you're going to a large event and you're seeing all of the LED walls and all of the displays and projection kind of merging and moving around, much like you see on television, what you see behind me, that's one of the tools that he designs in place for the show to be a success. So he always has to stay ahead of information and training, and that's why we're here, is to make sure that we are seeing what's new on the market, what's being changed, adapted, and what's growing. And I just think it's funny, this chicken's behind us. But yeah, that's why he's here. That's why we came, is strictly to make sure that we're staying sharp in our, and making sure we're paying attention to what's in the industry. Meanwhile, Sully, hi, you doing okay? Yeah. You're doing really good with all the different noises and booms and bangs going on. You're doing real good. So this is a pretty cool road case company. They custom make your road cases and they make the inserts changeable. They're pretty cool. Design all the things. You can see the big road case behind that sign. But yeah, and I just like their display. Pretty cool. So if you look down here, there's ring smoke going up. Pretty fun. They've also got smoke-filled bubbles. They're puffing ring smoke, or smoke rings, I guess. And yeah, pretty cool little booth over there. Yeah, but smoke rings, how fun is that? Ring smokes, I'm silly. I was seeing them float like over the booths around us, and I was like, where the heck is that coming from? But there it is, making the smoke rings. He got an opportunity to sit down and get his hands on the spider system. It's really cool. All right, so it's official. We've been standing here about a little bit more than an hour. Nate is still making connections here in this booth. He's seen the spider system original one that he came to come see. So Nate's making really good connections with people that can support the projects that he's doing. And this is really great. So that's why I'm excited to just hang out and wait for him to finish his meetings. It is really funny though. Here we are, and we're like on the first or second row of the whole show. So we haven't made it very far in today. We'll see if we can make it very far at all.
Okay, so yeah. All right, so yeah, there it is. Broadcast and professional video, Christie.
Yeah.
Spider S.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what was actually pretty cool about this?
What?
Probably more than anything, I think it was definitely getting to see the gear. That was a huge thing.
Yeah.
But I think the other part was like running into 4 or 5 people that we knew. So I was really happy to just
like
see some people that we knew. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and it goes back 15 plus years.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, early 2000s. Some of these people we
Well,
know,
and
so
a lot of them
it's pretty
really
connected.
appreciate service dogs. They were all, asking about Sully, and one of them actually has a service dog, so we were talking about that. And yeah, we just had a really good time connecting with people we hadn't seen in a long time, learning about the technology. So Spider is still operational for Christie, but the software has been purchased back.
No, so Spider, so there's 3 different companies.
Right.
You have Spider,
Right.
which is their processor system.
Right.
And you have Trulux, which used to be Coolux,
All right.
which
That's
is the
the one.
media server system, and that's been purchased back to itself, which
Thank
is
you
now,
for the clarity.
now Trulux,
Yeah.
which is the best media server that I've ever seen, frankly. It blows the doors off everything
Yeah, and
else.
now they're owned by the original owners and
back
designers.
in Germany.
But they're still partnering with Christie because they're so good. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely a product that just is the best. Like, sorry, it is. And then Christie's going to always have their projection and their displays and all that kind of stuff too. And then they have the broadcast video solutions that does all the processing systems, which is Spider. And
Right.
this new product Spider S, it is something that I know they said to have been working on it for 5 or 6 years. And I'll tell you what, it's the best thing that's out there. It's going to put some serious hurt on some of the other stuff. So, if, some of the other guys that watch our stuff that are in the industry like this, training. It's time to get on to Spider, because Spider's going to blow the doors out
So
of all
I
too.
misunderstood thinking that Trulux was taking over Spider. It's the other one. I get it now what it is. So that's really cool. Thank you for making the clarification on that.
Yeah.
So now we're on the hunt for a booth that we want to talk to that then has free bags, because Nate got loaded
we got
up.
full of
Whoa.
stuff. I'm almost dropping all my parts.
Here,
of these
I got you. Okay.
T-shirts, stickers,
I got-
mugs,
yeah,
all
we got-
kinds of junk. It's really funny.
Yeah.
As
so
you do, right?
So we're gonna go find a next place and hopefully get a bag, and then in the process with that, we need to get some more water, because this place is full
sounds
of
good.
haze and fog. And what you
Yeah.
find when you're in a building full of that, it's not bad. It's not gonna hurt you forever or anything like that, but your tongue gets dry. So it's time to go get something to drink.
Yep, sounds
Yeah.
good.
Let's find a booth. All right, so now we're talking to a gentleman here at this Co-Blinks. Anyway, this is their LED panel system, and Nate's over here looking at it from the backside, and it's basically a carbon fiber LED wall, pixel wall. So lightweight, which is really cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Follow the media. Yeah, that's... So this is transparent. It's hanging on one module right there, and it's only this far, but you can make it a lot taller, and it's fully translucent like that.
Love it.
Kind of looks like tinted glass, but it's transparent. Yeah, look at that. So it's all curved, rotating in and out and around. So curved inward and outward. And I don't know, I'm not seeing any gap lines. So these things are pretty cool. Look at this, like a stackable module.
Are they stackable?
This is pretty interesting. We're gonna go check these guys out. They look like stackable module. So you put 2, 3, 4 together or more. So we'll go check this out.
We decided we wanted the information on these lights, so that's what Nate's getting. And everybody here talks on WhatsApp, so we're connecting. And then look at this beautiful LED screen over here. And this is the back side of some. This right here, this is done in fiber optics. Wow, that is gorgeous. Maddie was thinking of a project we were working on. She suggested fiber optics the other day. She's right. She was so right. So pretty.
It's so funny because we just did this gig to do that fire sculpture, and then all of a sudden we see this.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
So here's what Maddie was saying, right?
Yeah, that's okay. This is how fiber optics works. There's a single light source, and then all of the tubes come out. So they've got all these different light sources here. What were you going to say, Nate?
Look how big those light engines are. That's what I'm
they're
saying.
big. Yeah. Really nice. Very nice.
Good.
So Nate's meeting with him about the fiber optics that we're looking at here. Turns out that they are lasers, of all things. It's loud over here. But yeah, that's actually a laser light engine instead of a pixel or an LED. So that's why they're so brilliant. And I always love this about fiber optics. Look at the end of this. So pretty. Anyway, we're learning more about this. All right, now we are checking out some more booths. Lights galore. All right, now we're looking at Moss LED, and they've got all of these different LEDs. Nate uses stuff like this for a lot of our projects that we get into. Over there you see the Chauvet booth going off, having lots of fun, showing off their products. This is the Chauvet booth up close. And then down there on the other end is a booth that does those lights that are moving. I don't know if you can see it. See them? They go all the way up and down.
This is Blizzard Mod Trust Launch Control.
So it's pretty funny because this is Blizzard lighting. They started the same time we started Proclaim lighting.
Yeah.
And then look where they are.
Yeah.
Doing all kinds of fun, creative, immersive things in their booth, which is fun.
That's cool.
This mod truss. So I've been seeing it at everybody's deal. So if you see it, it's got this square plated truss. It's not this same tubular truss. And then they make it like this. So stairways. They make all these stairways. They make all these blocks. So talk about like, you know, modular Tinker Toys or Scalextrics. You know, so you build a whole flipping booth out of this stuff. Stairway systems, system, structural support, all of this, holding all your LED walls. And the cool part about it is like it's got way more holes, so you can line things up a lot better. So anyway, pretty sweet, pretty cool, pretty awesome. Looking forward to this. This would be fun. So if we're ever building something again, I would use this Montrose stuff.
Now been passed. We'll go on full internal power at the 50-second mark in the countdown. Guidance system goes on internal at 17 seconds, leading up to the ignition sequence at 8.9 seconds. We're approaching the 60-second mark on the Icarus MXIX mission. T-minus 60 seconds and counting. We have passed T-minus 60, 55 seconds and counting. Chet Legswool just reported back. Let's light this candle. We have passed the 50-second mark. Power transfer is complete. We're on internal power with the launch vehicle at this time. Seconds and counting. Astronauts report. We're ready. T-minus 25 seconds. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4. We have a liftoff, right on schedule. Roger, clock is running. Liftoff on Icarus MXIX as we begin our journey to the moon. Tower cleared. Roger, we got a roll program. Roger, roll. We're through the region of maximum dynamic pressure now. Downrange 35 miles, 30 miles high. Standing by for the outboard engine cut down now. At 2 minutes, downrange 530 miles, altitude 95 miles, velocity 17,358 feet per second. Just a short burn left now. Level sense arm. Expect second stage outboard cutoff at 2 plus 4, 5. Roger, Las Vegas. Also be advised the visual is go today. Roger that, Chad. I imagine you've got quite the view.
The Icarus mission is currently in Earth orbit on its way to the moon. All systems are go for the next phase of the mission, the all-important Trans-Lunar Injection Burn, or TLI for short. During the TLI burn, the S-4B rocket motor will fire, propelling Icarus out of Earth's orbit and onto the trajectory for their rendezvous with the moon.
Icarus, Las Vegas. TLI burn looks good. You are still a go.
And leaving a trail of stardust behind us.
S-4B thrust nominal. Gimbals all look good. Ready for S-4B cutoff in 3, 2, 1. Cutoff.
Come on, boys. Let's get this old limb camper hitched up and get to our campsite.
Your go for stage 3 step plus limb extraction and docking. Once you're all hitched up, the folks down here would love to sneak a peek at what life's like up there for you all.
Stay firm, Vegas. We'll break out the TV camera and be top rated on prime time.
And as all of us slept last night, the crew aboard the Icarus moon mission was busy. They successfully retrieved and docked with their Condor lunar module. Now all we can do is wait as Icarus speeds thousands of miles through space toward their planned lunar orbit insertion and eventual lunar landing.
Well, howdy, neighbor. Welcome aboard our cozy home away from home. Come on in. The lemonade's not great, but the view from the back porch can't be beat.
So here we are, so many miles away from all of you, but with you still. All of us, and all of you, all staring in awe at the greatest of God's sculptures in our night sky.
Well, it's about time you slowpokes showed up. We thought we were going to have to land without
go to continue power descent.
Roger, Vegas. Engine arm descent. PG&S, we've got good lock on.
Good lock on. Delta H is minus 2900. Descent armed. 2, 1. Altitude 3000. Ignition.
Alright, checking this out. Look at this. That's pretty cool. Looks like an amusement park for lights, right?
I know this is, I think, just one of the main stages where they have all the kind of main stage announcements and stuff. And curved truss everywhere, and lights hanging all
Yeah,
over
this
the
is
place.
cool. Look
going
at
up
this.
and down.
All the lights moving around. Oh, now they stop right when I go to video.
Oh, they're moving.
The ones behind you stopped, which is crazy. And then you have this guy over here. Look at these. Vintage Verilites, Nate says. Look at this.
Yeah. This big old desk.
So cool. This is
Oh
like
my
the era
gosh.
that Nate and I came from.
Yeah, right here. This is exactly what we used to do.
Yeah, this is what we used to use. This kind of stuff.
So cool, gold.
That's awesome.
These ancient railways.
Look at these. Yeah, Nate would have won one of these when we were originally
This
touring.
is actually what I originally trained on. Was a bunch of this old stuff.
Yeah.
This was 70s.
That's cool. All right, so we are now looking at some of the larger lighting companies. We've got Martin, then we have ETC. There's Nate checking them all out. And then Obsidian. Pretty cool. So Obsidian is American DJ?
No, this booth is American DJ.
American DJ, okay.
Obsidian is.
Oh, over there, I see. Okay. So that's American DJ.
Okay, so one of the things about Martin Lighting. So one of the things about them is their Mac Encore system, and their Mac systems for framing are probably the best profile type spot fixtures in the world. And it's just because of how they beam angle, control, LED, super bright, and how you can frame control. So that's these fixture right here, the Encore LED. But then also they do all these tube systems. They do beams, washes. They're the ones that made the Aura. So I mean, it's just like tons of pretty amazing stuff. And looks like the Encore 2 is their deal right now. So check it out. Showing off all their fixtures. Pretty cool. And then they have a subsidiary control system, which is Obsidian. And so we're going to go take a look at what the Obsidian systems have. Yeah, because we use this product all the time as well. Okay, so here's the two kind of console controllers, which are pretty cool. So this NX2 right here on that side, we helped the Colorado Eagles get that system. So that's what they run their entire lighting system on. And now they came out with this big old giant huge screen thing called the NX3. Cool part about this is that you can stage monitoring and everything else in it, all this great stuff. So we use this for a number of architectural systems. So kind of interested to see how to do it architecturally.
All right. Well, remember in IAPA, we went and saw Froggy Fog. Guess what's here? Froggy's Fog.
Yeah, let's see if we can go find Mitchell.
Let's see if we can find Mitchell. Yeah, let's go see. There's their gun again. Their scent lab will make different smells in the fog. Found him. There's Mitchell. He's working. Selling his product. And they got all these awesome machines here.
So this one is the Poseidon A2. We just put that at Waterworld.
Oh, yeah.
This is the Aqua Flame, which it creates a flame effect out of this thing.
Really?
And then they showed me a video of the Aqua Flame where it shows this fire effect coming out of it, and then you push the snow over the top of it, and the snow looks like ash falling down.
Oh my god.
So it's like you can create a full-blown like volcano level effect with machines. It's pretty cool.
That's cool. So in this area, there are several stages set up, and you hear people doing stuff on them, but you're also seeing that there are guys up on top of the stage there. Look at that, up there on the stage deck. They're pointing at things because that whole stage is a trailer, and it's for sale. So they're showing it off to sell it. And this is basically what all these other stages are displays in addition to actual things being used for the show. That people can see how to use and where to buy actual trailer stages. It's really cool. And then out here in the audience, you see some people doing some training on some light consoles, which is fun. Yeah, so it's a pretty cool spot. So Nate and I and Sully's taking a break. He's right here. We're all sitting here in this rest zone on this white couch thing. And Nate's looking up where he wants to go next. And we've just been kind of charging the phone and recharging ourselves with water, right?
Yep.
So are you having a good time, Nate?
Yeah, it's fun. We can go see cool stuff and just meet people and make sure we keep informed in the industry.
And like we said before, seeing old friends that we've known in the industry for a long time. So that's pretty special. Anyway, yeah, little guys. It's hard for these dogs to go and do this work in shows like this or other places.
Yeah, I think so.
Because, I mean, for every step I take, it takes 3. And not only that, but nobody's looking down. So he's been kicked and stepped on and everything. And we'll walk with him between the two of us. Still, people don't see him.
Well, and then you have all these sounds and lights flashing everywhere.
And fog.
And everybody's like gawking at lasers on the wall and gawking at LED panels everywhere. And so it's like all this spectacle everywhere you look. So then when you see, you're not looking down on the floor because there's a dog on the floor.
Right.
It's like the last thing your participants paying attention to. But yeah.
Well, when we first walked in here, the very first booth was just full of visual noise and audio noise, but mostly visual noise. Like lots of lights and LEDs and video screens and everything. And he literally walked in and was like, and I told Nate, I was like, we're going to have to give him a minute because he was like, he was in overload for a minute. And that is okay. If you think about it, he's learning things just like anybody, like when we were little, learned things. And he's having first experiences. So it's not bad to expose him. It's just you got to have the patience and be aware that you may need to stop. Like right now, I took his pack off. He's got his harness on, and we're just chilling. We're giving him a good 10-15 minutes. Then he'll be back at it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, imagine. So IAPA was quiet compared to this one.
I would say yes.
Yeah.
Because it's overwhelming for me.
Yeah, it's overloading.
Nate was talking to somebody. He was like, I'm going to take Sully and go over there.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Your eyes were crossed. You're like,
well, I'm still sitting here. There's lasers going off on the wall over there and moving lights over there and stages happening over there and booms happening back there. It's fine. I like it.
Media content flashing everywhere, strobe lights.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's sound, like your Oompa Loompas, right? Is what we always talk about.
Yeah, that's what I call it. Yeah, well, at least this is the lighting expo, so you don't get as much audio as you would for an audio expo. So, but yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah, Infocom would be a lot louder.
Yeah. So now you're looking up where we're gonna go on the floor. And what time is it? 3:15.
It's 3:15.
So we're ideally getting out of here in about an hour and a half.
Yeah, maybe
go
less. I was thinking
chill.
we walk down the main aisle one more time.
Okay.
Environmental lights is on the end over there.
Okay.
It's kind of down that aisle further than when we walked in.
Yeah, it's kind of in the middle of everything. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the ones that have the C4, the Digidot stuff and all that. So I'd like to put my hands on some of the Digidot parts.
Great. We can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's what we'll be doing next.
Yeah. So here we are. It's our last stop for at least day one.
Yes.
Environmental lights. So we buy a bunch of parts and pieces from these guys, specifically the Digidot stuff.
Yeah.
They've also got a new Advantech, which you can kind of see over my head. Advantech was another pixel system that I was thinking about looking at.
Okay.
It's kind of interesting.
What do you use Digidot for?
So these are controlling all pixel tree systems, at least currently. Like we're not using it on some.
Pixel tree, like the Christmas trees and stuff that we've built, that they're custom with pixels.
Yeah, at least the newer ones.
Trying to help define for
the
these
newer
guys.
ones, yeah. So the older stuff, we're not using it. We also deploy PixelDot or Digidot for standalone DMX artwork pieces. So a lot of times we'll put a Digidot C4 into one of those, pre-program it, and then just tell it to do its thing, and we don't have to have a computer on that job. So that's kind of what we're trying to do for some of the older Christmas and holiday decoration things that we have out there, where they've had computers and they're trying to maintain them. We can actually replace it with a Digidot C4, so pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go talk and see what these guys have.
All right. Let's go see.
Okay, so one of the cool ones is, see how tiny that LED pixel strip is right there? That is awesome. Well, it's this strip right here. So see the strip, and then the actual light is coming out down there on the edge. So it can be like stuck on the edge of this board right here, and then it shines a LED pixel strip all the way around. So think about where we can put that thing and create micro LED things. I could even use that in cars and stuff, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so this one is the LED pixel strip in a cob version. And what's cool about that is, look at this. I don't know if you can really see it in here, but super tiny little LEDs in there to make that whole thing pixel strip. So it's pretty killer stuff.
Yeah, that's nice. All right, so Nate found himself a rep or two to talk to about the stuff here at Environmental Lights. And they're saying that Digidot has got a new replacement, and so he's learning about it, and they're talking about new equipment. This is the cool thing about coming to these conferences, is you get to learn the next to new things, so that's what we're doing right now. Okay, last booth for the day, Airstar. Look at this. We've always loved Airstar because they've got such incredible creative shapes and ways to make it look just alive. I love how that one on the far left looks like the tentacle coming out of the floor. Anyway, yeah, there's pixel LEDs so you can control it all the way up and down. So stinking cool. Anyway, love the booth. Are you ready, Nate? Are we done? Are we walked out for the day?
I think that's day one. Day one overload.
Is there going to be a day two?
Maybe. I think we'll come back for tomorrow, but like we're not spending more than like 2 or 3 hours here.
Right. What's your favorite from today? Probably the last booth you were just at?
Yeah, I mean that was a pretty big change because we started at Environmental Lights. We're planning on looking at the Digidot stuff, and ended up talking to the Advantech guys from Australia, and they solved a bunch of problems for system changes. And I actually need to buy a couple of those boxes. So, I mean, one last question I had was maybe outputting DMX, but that would be the only other issue.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right.
Pretty cool.
Yep.
Really
Okay.
excited.
So we headed back to the hotel?
Yes.
Cool. All right, guys, this is it for us for day one at LDI. We are headed out. It's been fun. Lots of walking and meeting and seeing people, and we will see you on the next one. Don't forget, God is good, and Jesus loves you. See you soon.